Hi guys, as most of you know, I've been very busy these days, single-handedly making my very first indie game, Wisplight. It's a reverse RPG game that lets you play as a wisp who can transform into different monsters to fight and conquer human territories to stop the invasion of your island home. Working on the game solo is really difficult for me, since I don't have the necessary skills that the game development demands. I do know programming since I'm a web developer for more than 8 years before I started making my first game, Wisplight. But developing a game has a lot of facets in it. You need to know how to make art, or need sound design, level design, and so on just to make the game. Not to mention marketing the game after you finished making it, as well as gathering feedback and keeping the community on the loop. It's tough and demands a lot of time. Making the game solo with all these work demands is itself hard enough, and adding more to the difficulty is me making YouTube devlogs in an attempt to build a community that might be interested in our game. The attempt is successful though, and the channel is growing steadily every day. We even have patrons who are supporting development of Wisplight, so thank you so much for all the support. Making these videos takes a lot of development time from me, especially having a strict weekly upload schedule. I know that the task is hard and demanding, but I also know that it's an important factor to create a community around the game. Since my goal is not just to make a game that I want, but the goal is to make a game that the community wants. That's why I've been gathering a lot of feedback from you guys and applying them to the game to make it the best version the community wants to play. Having all said that, today I will announce the end of my solo game development journey. This doesn't mean that I will no longer develop our game Wisplight. The game has a lot of potential, as most of you guys say. So today, I'll introduce you to my team. A team that has the diverse skills to make the development of Wisplight easier and faster. And this team will be working on the development of our indie game Wisplight moving forward. So first, you have me, June, and I will still work as a programmer, game director, and is in charge of game design as well. And still, I will be making devlogs for our community. It's still a lot of work, but it's far better than my previous circumstance. Next we have Erin, our 3D artist. She's the one who made our tree creature, modeled it, and rigged it. And right now, she's on board with the team, and is currently making the 3D model for Cassandra, our companion in the game. She'll also be making the rest of the unique bosses that we'll be encountering in Chapter 1. Next, we have Nari, our UI artist, and currently she's working on the UI elements of our skill tree. So at the moment, she already made some sketches for the first set of skill tree icons. She has a lot of work to do since our skill tree is huge. For our skeleton warrior alone, this is what the skill tree looks like, and we'll be adding these icons as the development of the skill tree progresses. Next, we have Alex, and he's in charge of anything that has to do with sound and music. He's a composer and voice actor, and his goal is to make our game world as immersive as possible through sounds and music. Right now, Alex is commissioning voice actors for the mercenary voice lines, and as of the moment, the mercenaries have over 100 voice lines per mercenary, and we'll be making multiple voice types with unique dialogues for each.
At arms! One of them's coming! At arms! One of them's coming! Over there! At arms! Betsy's over there! Get ready, lads!
I'm also making an enemy dialogue system that will manage the voice lines to be triggered when certain events happen during combat. Apart from dialogues and voice lines, Alex is also making music tracks and sound effects for our game. Our goal for our music design is to make it dynamic as well, and have the music layered into different levels. Different layers will play depending on the intensity of the battle. Just to give you some ideas, this is how it works. This is still a very early draft of our sound engine, dialogues, and music, but basically this is how combat feels with music and sound applied to it. At first, when you encounter the mercenaries, ambient music plays. As you get near them, the second layer of combat music plays as well. Then, as the combat ensues, it plays a third layer, making the music more intensified. Also, as you've noticed, the mercenaries now are talking and coordinating with each other.
Call out, lads! Coordinate! Come from around! Don't let it get you alone! Keep your guard up! Don't let them no blood! Flank around, keep them reeling!
This is still limited to a small set of events in our current combat. I'll be adding more events in the future, which we will show once it's ready in future devlogs. So subscribe if you're interested in following our development. And last, we have Aiden, our community admin, who will help us manage our Discord server. Our community in Discord is growing every day, and we're also sharing some of our development work in progress sneak peeks in our channels. So we're inviting you guys to join us on our server. I'll link our Discord server in the description below. We'll also have events in the future that we are planning to host. I'm thinking of making a competition for concept artists to make concept arts for our game's location, and the winner will have their work added to the game as one of the loading screens for the areas, plus a cash prize of course. So yeah, see you on Discord, wishlist our game on Steam if you still haven't, and see you in the next devlog. Till next time.